Hello friends, happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing fantastic and your weekend's off to a great start. Mine sure is. I've got Haunted Bookshop in the Matches Memorial Friday Sabanelli, and I'm here with you guys, so couldn't ask for much more than that. So let's see who's with us so far. Let's see, we got JMZ56, good to see you, my friend. Timber Drifter, Bona Piper, how you doing, Christian? Tim Fournier, Corvette Jim, good to see you, Jim. Paul Rolio, good to see you, Paul. Signalman Tony from Rhode Island, how are you tonight, Tony? Great to see you all. Got a nice crowd assembled already. And in case you didn't notice the intro or the bumper or anything, we're doing, tonight's going to be a special celebration because this, or maybe last week, depending on how you count, is 100 live streams for me. And I thought, we should do something different for that. So my plan is we're going to do trivia, and we're going to do 3 rounds of trivia because we got 3 different prizes to give out. We'll get into that, but we'll let the room fill up a bit before we worry too much about the trivia. So let's see. Street Glide Piper, how you doing, buddy? George Tiedemann, Cat Dad Piper, Tamper J, Kilted Piper Steve, and Miss Kathy. Good to see you guys tonight. Fantastic. And Pensive Piper, happy Friday to you. Stony Lawn Cottage Pipe. Thank you, Steve Russell. Much appreciated there. Taciturn Richard, good to see you. Oh, Paul Rolio, thank you so much. That's very kind of you, Paul. But guys, this is an opportunity for me to give some stuff back to you. So there's really, I greatly appreciate it. But let me send things in your direction tonight for a change. Michael Case, smoking Haunted Autumn Evening. That sounds interesting. In a cob. Well, good luck with that, Michael. Let us know how it goes. And Big Country Briar, good to see you. Doug Owen, Hillbilly Piper, thank you much, Hillbilly Piper. Did I see Sailor in there? Yes, Sailor. Hello there. Sailor's got some Warhorse and a Briarworks OR4. Good stuff. Tim Fournier just lit some Black Frigate in a Peterson pub. Good. Clarence Wood. Hello there. Jack Kurtz. How you doing, Jack? Good to see you tonight. Bona Piper just indulged himself with a bowl of Peterson Sweet Killarney and a cup of coffee in honor of the 100. Well, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that, Christian, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Name That Pipe. Very kind. Kevin Beringer. Kevin, I actually missed the Apple event. I'm not a fan of Apple, and Kevin knows that. Street Glide Piper's got some Haunted Bookshop in a jumbo. And Paul Rolio is Smoker's Haven Blackjack and a Sabanelli 320. Dude Rustica, 2 speeding tickets, 1 morning, 1 pat down in a search. Well, Steve, thank you so much for putting up with all that, and I'm glad you at least enjoyed the pat down. Thank you, Timber Drifter. Much appreciated, my friend. And in terms of drinks tonight, I have Yingling. You know what, Steph? I'll make an exception for you. Steph really likes the Foghorn. So. Big Country Briar's got some 8th State Burley and a Sassini. Armchair Piper Ed, how you doing tonight, Ed? Smoking Northwards in an Ardor Bamboo. Very nice. Thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, Cat Dad Piper, as well. and JMZ. Still waiting for Clarabelle's horn to replace that. I'm working on it, Tim. If you know a good source for a Clarabelle audio file, let me know. Yeah, it's coming, Kevin. I just combined your first and last name. It's coming, Kevin. That rollout of Yingling. Boy, and I swear to you, the only thing I've drunk so far tonight is this. So if I'm already combining first and last names, who knows? Mark in Rhode Island. How you doing, Mark? We already got 50 folks here. Fantastic. We'll do as we normally do. We're just gonna chat until about quarter after, and then we'll get into the fun and games. Jeffrey Feinberg, hello. Timber Drifters having some Kentucky cheroots. Good stuff. I enjoy those on occasion. Michael Starcher, how you doing, Michael? Stokeby Luxury Twist Blake and a Peterson Kinzo. That's right, Street Glide Piper. We're doing shots for every wrong answer, and I'm saying that with confidence because I have the answers. Michael Schenkel, good to see you there, sir. Name that pipe's got Boswell's private stock and a Boswell freehand. Nice. Bob Kraus, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us from Saratoga, New York. Flatwater Monty, how you been, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you tonight. Piper on the 45. Yeah, Kilted Piper Steve making his first pipe and his fingers feel like they've turned to sandpaper. I believe it. Yeah, I sometimes have to stop when I'm just sanding stems because, especially if it's a small stem and I'm holding it, my hand cramps up, and this is, you young whippersnappers out there don't know this yet, but eventually it's going to happen to you. Your hands only stay soft and supple and flexy for a while, and then they start to want to hold their position. So I just can't imagine what these pipe makers go through, having to carefully sand every facet of a pipe and then go back and do it again and again and again with multiple grits. So I feel for you, Steve. But we seem to be stable at 50. Let me tell you about the prizes and what we're going to be doing tonight and how this is all going to work out. And yeah, the main thing is we're just going to have some fun. So I got 3 different prizes for you. And we're going to do 3 different rounds of trivia. And I'll explain what a round is in a minute. And these prizes aren't in any order. I don't know what order we should do this in, but it doesn't matter really. So the first prize because they're all of somewhat equal value, and it's not about the value anyway. So first prize is this beautiful 7LE Series 3626. This was donated by Michael Muirhead, who's one of my viewers. He sent me a set of pipes and said please auction them off. This is like new. I think it's been smoked maybe once or twice, and I've given it a full refurbishment, retort and everything, so it's been sterilized and is ready to go. It's essentially going to be hard for you to tell this is not a new pipe. So that is prize number 1. 7LE Series 3 626, and I will warn you, I think it's a 626. They don't put numbers on these, so I'm going based on my eye, and my eye is notoriously bad when it comes to pipe shapes and stuff. So that's prize number 1. Prize number 2 is a pewter tamper from my buddy Larry Blackett. Buttons for your britches. But not this pewter tamper. This one's mine. You can't have it. The pewter tamper that Larry's going to have for you is whichever one you want from his inventory. So the idea is you'll give him a call. You two guys will talk about what you like and what works for you, and he will whichever tamper you want, he will send out to you. So that's nice and easy. And I should say, in all cases, well, certainly in Larry's case, let's start with that. If you're international and you want to play and you wind up winning, that's fine, but you're going to have to pay the shipping. I don't want Larry to be stuck with international shipping. I'll cover it if you win the pipe, but for the tamper, since Larry's sending that out, you'll have to pay the shipping. And in all cases, if you're international, if we run into any issue with customs, that's neither Larry nor my problem. That's something that we're just going to have to accept, because customs is going to do what customs is going to do. So that's prize number 1 and number 2. Prize number 3 is going to be a $50 gift certificate to, my preference is that it be smokingpipes.com, but if you have a specific vendor that you would rather choose, I haven't bought the gift certificate yet, so you can tell me, no, I only buy from 4 Noggins. I don't know if 4 Noggins has gift certificates, but we'll work something out. And that might be particularly important if you're international, again, because there's some vendors that will not ship and all that. So we'll work that out after somebody wins. So those are the 3 prizes: the 7LE 626 Series 3, a tamper from Buttons for Your Britches, and a $50 gift certificate to some pipe and tobacco vendor that you can use to buy tobacco and or put towards a pipe, or maybe buy a couple of corncob pipes or a really cheap briar pipe. Hey, All right, so I've been babbling and ignoring you all, so let me just see who I'm sure I've missed a few folks coming in, because we've grown by 10 at least. Let's see, Reed Bender Bud, hello. Everett Young is here, good to see you, Everett. Scott, I think I said hello to you already, Scott at the 16th day, but just in case. Boris the Piper, how you doing, Boris? Good to see you tonight. And Ron Hardcrackers, good to see you, Ron. And Big Dave, howdy, Big Dave, good to see you. Well, there's words of wisdom, Michael. Everything will eventually happen to you if you live long enough. And if nothing else kills you, the thing that kills you will. Yardism, hello, Chad. Citizen Tom, good to see you. Sir James, great to see you, my friend. And Patrick Grant, hello there. Yes, Buckaroo Tim. You got it, Everett. That is kind of you. And I'm sure you will be competing just as hard. So, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 separate matches here to give away the prizes. So the first one will be for the 7LE626 Series 3. And we're going to do this the way we've done it previously. I'm going to ask a question, and we're going to choose 3 finalists based on the first person to get the correct answer to the first 3 questions. Those 3 finalists will then go into a round where they're the only ones answering the questions. I'll ask 7 questions of those guys, and whoever has the most points at the end of that will be the winner. And then we'll take a little break, and we'll start that process over again for the tamper and for the gift card. So this should be fun. It's all gonna be pipe focused, so we're only gonna do pipe trivia tonight. All right, Flatwater Monty. Hope the sun does well tonight. Have a great evening. Philadelphia Piper, how you doing, my friend? And Ben Greenman. All right, so we passed the 15-minute point. Should we go ahead and get the first round started? I don't know why I'm asking you. I'm just going to get the first round started anyway. So if you're just tuning in, we're going to be doing a trivia challenge for the 7LE626 Series 3. All right, and for this first part, anybody can answer, and answer as often as you want. You get as many guesses as you need. And again, this is all going to be pipe related trivia. And these are of varying levels of difficulty. No answering before the question, Jim. All right, question number 1. What is the name of the substance smoked by the hobbits in The Lord of the Rings? Kevin Berenger. Pipeweed is indeed correct. So Kevin, you are a finalist for the 7LA626. All right, so I saw somebody note that there is a delay, and this is just YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it, but I recommend, if you're serious about this, you go ahead and refresh your browser. I'll wait 30 seconds or so before I ask the next question. I'll give you time to refresh, and that will hopefully help things. No street glide Piper, that's wrong. Correct. So I'll give you a little bit of time just to refresh your browser. All right. So question number 2, and Kevin, you're in the final round, so there's no need for you to answer any further. Question number 2. Which tobacco is named after something found at the bottom of an American river? Yardism. Chad has the first correct answer, which of course is Mississippi mud. Catfish, almost, yeah. All right, so we got Yardism. Yardism and Kevin Berenger are going to be facing off for the 7LE626. So question number 3. This is the last question to qualify folks for the final round for the pipe. Which tobacco was blended for the moderator of the Church of Scotland and later became a favorite of British Prime Minister Stanley Earl Baldwin? Jimmy Hoffa. Which tobacco was blended for the moderator of the Church of Scotland and later became a favorite of British Prime Minister Stanley Earl Baldwin? Pensive Pipers got it right. It's Presbyterian mixture. Good job. All right, fantastic. So that gives us our 3 finalists. And we will go into a final round. So now this will be 7 questions. We'll go through all 7. Whoever has the most points wins. If we need a tiebreaker, I got tiebreaker questions. It's not a problem. No, it's not Rustica, Steve. All right, so if you want to now this round is just going to be for the 3 finalists. So only Kevin Berenger, Yardism, and Pensive Piper will be answering the questions in this round. Yeah, that's right. So if you guys want to go ahead and refresh your browser, I'll give it 30 seconds or so before I ask the first question. No, Tim, it was not Captain Black Grape, but you know. All right. So question number 1 for the final round, 1 of 7. What is the generic name for pipes that do not conform to a standard shape? The generic name for pipes that do not conform to a standard shape. Remember, just the 3 finalists. Yardism is correct. The answer is freehand. Kevin Berenger was close second there, and Pensive Piper, no, bent is not correct. It is freehand. So Chad has 1 point, and we'll move on to question number 2. And guys, please remember, just Yardism, Kevin Berenger, and Pensive Piper are answering these questions at this point. All right, question number 2. What feature usually distinguishes a pipe lighter from a cigarette lighter? What feature usually distinguishes a pipe lighter from a cigarette lighter? Kevin Berenger, I'm going to accept that answer. The correct answer, according to my source, is the flame comes from the side, so side hole. I think that's what you were indicating. So Kevin has one, Yardism has one. Soft flame, angle flame, all, you know, not bad guesses, guys. But flame comes from the side was the answer according to the source I've got here. All right. So the next question then, this will be question number 3. Question number 3. Sorry, I just want to make sure I've got the right. Yeah. Question number 3. What tobacco was named after the husband of an English queen? Tobacco named after the husband of an English queen. Kevin Berenger. Indeed, the correct answer is Prince Albert. Got that in just in time before Yardism. And Sir Walter Raleigh, not a bad guess, but Prince Albert is the correct answer there. So Kevin, that gives you 2 points. Very good. So we got two for Kevin, 1 for Chad, and so far Pensive Piper is close, but not there yet. All right. Question number 4. In what month does International Pipe Smoking Day usually take place? And just a reminder, this is just the 3 guys in the final round answering. In what month does International Pipe Smoking Day take place? Pensive Piper, you've got it correct. February. Good job. Good job. The correct, well, March is close, but the correct answer is indeed February. I'll give you guys a second to refresh your browsers if you like. All right, next question is question number 5. 5 of 7. That is Mike Lee. All right, so this is question number 5 of 7. What brand of tobacco is named after a former currency of Portugal? Brand of tobacco named after a former currency of Portugal. So think Portugal. What brand of tobacco is named after a former currency of Portugal? Remember, only the 3 guys that are in the final round are supposed to be answering, and Chad has it correct with a Scudo. Good job, Chad. That was one of the more difficult ones that I've got here. Okay. Yes, so keep in mind, we're only letting the three guys that are in the final round answer these questions. All right, here we go. So this is question number 6. Two to go, 6 of 7. Rope tobacco is also known as what? There's another name for rope tobacco. What would that be? Or what is an alternate name for rope tobacco? Chad. You're pulling it in the end here. Twist is indeed correct. Curl, not a bad guess there. Kevin got twist right after Chad. It was close. And Pensive Piper got twist too. Ultimately. Yeah, we're doing okay, Doug. I think we're doing okay. Fantastic. So the score right now, as it stands, is Chad has 3, Kevin has 2, and Pensive Piper has 1. There's one question left. And unfortunately, Pensive Piper, I think you're, well, you can spoil it for Kevin. Kevin has the opportunity to tie it, or Chad could win it. So that's where we're at right now. So we'll ask this last question, and then if we need to, we can do a tiebreaker. All right. So this is the final question in the round unless we tie. And again, only Kevin, Yardism, and Pensive Piper are answering this question. Which English essayist, you're all thinking, oh no. Which English essayist said, "May my last breath be drawn through a pipe and exhaled in jest"? It's actually a very famous pipe smoking quote. May my last breath be drawn through a pipe and exhaled in jest. Not C.S. Lewis. We'll see how long we may have to come up with an alternate if nobody gets this. Which English essayist said, "May my last breath be drawn through a pipe and exhaled in jest"? Right. I know, Kevin. So are you guys giving up at this point? I would hate for you guys to Google it. It's not necessary. We'll just ask another question. So Chad already took one shot at it. Kevin seems to be what do you say, Pensive Piper? Are you willing to wave a flag on this one? All right. right, let's open it up to anybody. Does anybody know which English essayist said or wrote, "May my last breath be drawn through a pipe and exhaled in jest"? And you three guys refresh while we're waiting for this, because we'll... Sean Pugney, you got it correct. It is indeed Charles Lamb. Good job, Sean. All right, let's get one. We'll replace that. We'll do another question here. So right now we've got Kevin with 2, Chad with 3, and Pensive Piper with 1. And this is the final question. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't pick one that I chose previously. Ah, okay. Okay, here we go. What pipe company was set up in the 1920s specifically to market Dunhill seconds? 1920s, set up specifically to market Dunhill seconds. Remember, Kevin Beringer, you're in there shortly after Corvette Jim, who wasn't supposed to answer, but we'll take that as a correct answer. Chad came in shortly after that. I'm sorry, I probably should have explained it after that delay. But anyway, we got a tiebreaker between Kevin and Chad. So Kevin Beringer and Yardism both have 3 points now. Let's see. All right, so this is a tiebreaker question. Just Kevin Beringer and Yardism will be answering this question. So nobody else answer until we get an answer. So the tiebreaker question is, what pipe shape is named after an African tribe? What pipe shape is named after an African tribe? It is not Paul. Nor is it Pauk. Sorry, Chad. No, Paul was a person. Chad got it. Zulu. Sorry, Kevin. Close second there. Very good round, guys. That was close right up until the very end, but Chad is the winner. So congratulations, Chad. I believe I've got your address, so I'll be sending the 7 LE626 out to you hopefully this weekend. If not this weekend, I'll get it Monday or Tuesday in the mail, and I can email you some tracking information on that. So good job, and congratulations, Kevin and Pensive Piper. You put up a good fight, guys. All right, so the next round is going to be for the prize of a tamper from Buttons for Your Britches. And the way this is going to work is that, and for you guys that may not be familiar with it, Larry makes these beautiful pewter tampers. This is just one. He makes a variety of them, so you can get this, you can get the brass monkey, you can get the Roadrunner or the Coyote, or, you know, he's got a whole range of these. He's got Halloween tampers. So Christmas tampers as well, I believe. So lots of choices. And what'll happen is, if you're the winner, I'll get you Larry's phone number. You call him up. You guys talk about what kind of tamper you want, and he will send it out to you. So it's that simple. The only catch with this one is if you're international, you have to pay the shipping. Okay. All right. So pewter tamper from Larry Blackett. All right. So we're going to begin the same way. We're going to go ahead and I'll ask questions, and the first 3 guys to get a correct answer go into the final round. All right. All right, Chad. Chad is wielding his wrench now, which I greatly appreciate. All right, here we go. So this is for the Larry Blackett tamper. Remember, everybody can answer now. This is just to get a place in the final round. So, question number 1. What is the name for a small flat-bowled pipe with a rotating stem? A small flat-bowled pipe with a rotating stem. Ron Hardcrackers, I'm going to accept that. So there were a lot of pocket pipes, and I was tempted to accept pocket pipe, but it is the correct answer is vest pocket pipe. So these are, and this was a tough one. So it's flat bowled in, actually I have a pipe here. It's flat bowled in this direction, and the stem rotates in this direction, not like this. So yeah, vest pocket pipe is the correct answer. So Ron Hardcrackers is moving to the final round for the tamper. Congratulations, Ron. All right, number 2. What pipe smoker's accessory is named after a European country? What pipe smoker accessory is named after a European country? Boca de Boyton, you are correct. The answer is Czech Tool. Good job, Charlie. and boy, just got in just in time because there's a whole flood of check tools coming in now. All right. Yeah, I see people complaining about the lag again, and my apologies. There's nothing I can do about it, but take a second right now and refresh your browser. I'll wait 30 seconds, and we'll pick it up after that. That seems to help. Yeah, Gary, it's just the lag. It's YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it. So some people are going to see the answers before the question, and there's nothing I can do about that. Sorry. All right, so this is the question for the third person to join the finals, and this is for the Larry Blackett tamper. What is the name given to a sealed jar used for storing tobacco? Everett Young, you have the correct answer. It is humidor. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of brands of jars and things like that, but this was specifically thinking about a sealed humidor jar. So good job, Everett. You are number 3. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to move on now to the final round for the Larry Blackett tamper. So in this, for the next 7 questions, the only folks that'll be answering are going to be Ron Hardcrackers, Boca de Boynton, and Everett Young. So everybody else, please hold your answers, and let those guys have a chance to compete against one another for the prize, okay? All right, the 3 of you, if you want to go ahead and reset your, refresh your browser before we get started. You know, Paul, I might have accepted Jar Jar Binks just because it's completely ridiculous. So you should have got that in sooner. Yeah, that's the problem, Boca de Boynton. Now you're in the spotlight. No joke answers. Let's just let the guys get through this seriously. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What is the name given to the first light of a pipe? What is the name given to the first light after you pack the bowl, the first light that you apply to the tobacco? What is that called? Boca de Boynton, Char is correct. Also would have accepted false, but false came in slightly after Char. So good job, Ron. And Everett came in slightly after that. So you all had the right answer, but Boca de Boynton got there first. Good job, Charlie. All right. Moving on to question number 2. Which company makes tobaccos named after English seaside resorts? Which company makes tobaccos that are named after English seaside resorts? Which company makes tobacco named after English seaside resorts? So far, no one has gotten the correct answer. Yes, please, finalist only answer. It is not Gallup and Hogarth. It is not GLPs. It is not Cornell and Deal. I'll give you a few more seconds and then we'll open it up. It's not Dan's. No, Carter Hall is in Virginia, Kevin. All right, this one might have been too tough. So let's open it up to the to the whole group. Does anybody else know the answer to this one? Which company makes tobaccos named after English seaside resorts? You get absolutely nothing if you answer it at this point. Run! Just as I was saying, you get... now I don't know what to do. I thought we had given up on the question and Ron comes in with the correct answer. It is, in fact, Esoterica. You know what, Ron? I'm going to give you the point. There's plenty of... well, it's my game. I can give you the point. So I'm gonna accept it. All right. Yeah, the correct answer was Esoterica. That was harder than I thought. I thought that one would be a little bit easier for you guys to get. All right, I'm sorting through some of these because some of them are quite old, and so the questions are old, and I don't know if folks will get them. All right, question number 3. Which aromatic tobacco shares its name with an American jazz record label? Good enough, Doug. If you guys think it came in, I'm perfectly comfortable with that one. Ron, you are correct. The correct answer is indeed Blue Note. Good job, Ron. Boca de Boynton, did you really think it was Lane 1Q? That's pretty funny. All right. This will be question number 4 of 7. So far we got Ron with 2 points, Charlie with 1, Boca Boynton with 1, and Everett Young with none, but still plenty of chance to catch up. Keep in mind this is the final round, so only the 3 folks that are in the final round should be answering. And question number 4 is, amber was once used for making pipe stems. What is amber made from? What is amber made from? Material that was once used to make pipe stems. Rather fragile material, but it was indeed used. Glassy, yellowy orange material. You're going to need to be specific about this one. It's a fire risk? Ron, that is correct. The correct answer is indeed petrified tree sap. Or I would have taken fossilized tree sap or fossilized tree resin, or even just fossilized resin or petrified resin. I know, I think Everett had fossils and Ron had sap earlier, but it had to be those 3 words together in some, or at least some version of those. So yeah, it is petrified tree sap or fossilized tree sap. So good job, Ron. That gives you 3 points. You're going to be a hard man to beat. You're quickly leaving Everett and Charlie in the dust here. But Charlie does have 1 point, and Everett, you still got a chance. I think you're not mathematically eliminated yet. You could run the board. All right. So this is going to be question number 5. 5 of 7. All right, question number 5. What is the English name for Areca arborea? The English name for Areca arborea. Ron, I'm going to accept that. It's actually, the correct answer is Briar, but close enough. I hope you guys appreciate the tough place that I get into sometimes with these. I mean, I could have waited for somebody to come up with just Briar, but then, that wouldn't really be fair to the guy that got Briar Root, and I know Ron's ahead, but at the same time, I want to keep everything fair. So, Areca arborea is the Latin genus and species name for the plant that produces briar. So yes, good job, Ron. So Ron now has 4 points, and I believe that it is mathematically impossible for, let's see, so that's 5. So we got 2 questions. Yeah, so Ron has essentially won here. So good job, Boca de Boynton and Everett Young. Sorry you guys didn't do better, but Ron just ran away with it here. So good job, Ron. So you get the tamper from Larry Blackett. If you don't have Larry's contact information, drop me an email, canerodpiper@gmail.com, and I'll put you in touch with him, and he'll take care of you, Ron. So good job. We got 2 questions left in this round that I haven't used. Do you want me to use those and just open them up to everybody for fun, or do you want me to just put those away and move on to the next prize? Give me a thumbs up if you want to just have some fun for a couple minutes, and I can reload my pipe too. Technically, it is the root cap, but Mike makes the correct decision. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. And yes, Boca de Boynton, you did get one. That's true. And hey, all 3 of you got into the final round. All right, we will move on. But before we move on, I would like to get a pipe going. And I did, since this is obviously we're having a big blowout here tonight with the. I'm sorry, guys. When you get to be old and you're already a nerd like me, this is a party. So I got my 7 LA Hercules, and I am going to open up a jar of Cornell and Deal Old Joe Krantz that I put away back in 2016. And I've never had Old Joe Krantz this old. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm imagining that this is going to be sweeter because of the Virginias, but we shall see. Smells like Old Joe Krantz. All right, so as I'm packing the pipe, I'll go ahead and tell you about the last prize. So this is going to be a $50 certificate from the vendor of your choice, but I'd really like it to be Smoking Pipes. So if you're okay with smokingpipes.com, that's who I will get the $50 gift certificate from. But if you have reasons like it's international and it's easier to order from another vendor, or tax issues or whatever, just let me know. I'm not worried about it, but if you don't care, I just think Smoking Pipes is a good company. So that's what this will be, a $50 gift certificate for you to use for tobacco, pipe, whatever the heck you want. Pipe cleaners. I would buy pipe cleaners with it. Can never have too many pipe cleaners. So go ahead and get your browsers refreshed, and we'll move into the very last trivia challenge. It is old Joe, Charlie. Yep. All right, here we go. So we're going to begin round 3. And again, the way we'll do this is the first 3 folks to get correct answers will move on to a final round, and then just those guys will battle it out for the $50 gift certificate. All right, question number 1. A pipe can be smoked. Never mind. That's not question number 1. It was a true or false question. I don't want to do a true or false question. Okay, question number 1. In what country are Matner, Jobert, and Gossard pipes made? Anyone can answer this. In what country were Matner, Jobert, and Gossard pipes made? Yeah, you would think France, but it's not. It's not a place that you usually think of as a country making pipes, but they do make pipes. Or else the question would have been a stupid one to ask. Jeffrey Feinberg, Africa is indeed correct. Very good. Yes, my pipe and I, you can indeed guess twice, but yeah, it is a continent. I know. I gave it to you. The correct answer, and this is gonna be controversial now because other folks came up with it. The correct answer is South Africa. I apologize, but I already gave it to Jeffrey, and such is life. This is just for fun, guys. And if anybody wants to get that upset over a $50 gift certificate, give me a call. We'll work something out. All right. So that puts Jeffrey Feinberg in the final round. Okay, what is the name? Here's the next question. What is the name of the Swedish pipe similar in design to the falcon? It's a Swedish-made pipe that is similar in design to the falcon. I don't think anybody would, Doug, but that was kind of my point. We'll fix it if anybody is upset. Cat Dad Piper, you are correct. The answer is Brilliant. I can't pronounce it, but yes. So Cat Dad Piper moves on to the final round. The final round. All right. Okay. This should be the Last question to choose our 3 finalists. So go ahead if you want to refresh. Go ahead and do that. I'll wait a few seconds. Okay, question number 3. What is bird's eye? What is bird's eye? Everett Young. You got it, buddy. Just ahead of Mick, Aussie Piper, and Daniel Leslie. And now the grains are coming in like crazy. Yes, the correct answer is indeed grain, and Everett got it in just in time. All right. So our 3 finalists then are going to be Jeffrey Feinberg, Cat Dad Piper, and Everett Young. And this is they're going to be competing for the $50 gift certificate. And they do make frozen food, Big Dave. That's a good one. All right. Sorry, I've used quite a few of these questions in the past, and I want to... Okay, so you 3 guys are the only ones that are going to be answering. Jeffrey Feinberg, Cat Dad Piper, and Everett Young. Go ahead and refresh your browsers, guys, if you can. And we will begin. All right. Question number 1. Which American city is known as the corncob capital of the world? Which American city is known as the corncob capital of the world? We need the name of a city. Looking for a city. What American city is the corncob capital of the world? Cat Dad Piper. Good job. Good job, Cat Dad. The answer is indeed Washington. It is Washington, Missouri. So a couple guys answered Missouri. Jeffrey and Cat Dad Piper answered Missouri first, but I needed the city, which was Washington. Good job. Good job. All right. So Cat Dad has 1 point. Okay, next question. Remember, just the 3 people that are in the finals are answering this. After being sued by Dunhill for copying its white stem dot, which company thereafter manufactured pipes with 4 white stem dots in a diamond pattern? After being sued by Dunhill for copying its white stem dot, what company decided to manufacture its pipes with 4 white stem dots in a diamond pattern? Everett Young is correct, Sassini. Good job, Everett. All right, so we got Everett with 1 point, and Cat Dad Piper with 1 point, and Jeffrey with none at this point. Wide open game still. Okay, next question. I might agree with you, Philadelphia Piper, but I don't want to get in any fights with any Missouriites. All right, next question. What pipe shape shares its name with a card game? What pipe shape shares its name with a card game? Finalist only answer. What pipe shape shares its name with a card game? Everett. Way to go, Everett. You have that one correct. Poker. Good job. So Everett now has 2 points. Yeah, my pipe and I, that was one of those ones that when I first heard that question, it took me a while. All right, next question. Remember, just the 3 finalists are going to be answering. Okay, next question. What is the name given to a pipe with a stem which fits into a metal casing within the shank? What name is given to the kind of pipe with a stem that fits into a metal casing on the shank? Just the 3 finalists are answering. Stem fits into a metal casing on the shank. Jeffrey Feinberg, we will accept that. The correct answer is Army or military mount. Good job, Jeffrey. So we got both Jeffrey and Cat Dad Piper with 1 point, Everett Young with 2, and we're moving on to question number 5. Okay, question number 5. I'll wait a minute because folks are still giving answers here. The lag is terrible, I understand. All right, question number 5. Which brand of pipe tobacco shows a World War I biplane on the tin? Brand of pipe tobacco, World War I biplane on the tin. Everett, squadron leader, is indeed correct. Was Everett the first one in? Yes. Good job, Everett. Everett's jumping out in front here with 3 points. Jeffrey and Cat Dad both have 1. All right, are we ready for... We're getting some criticism over brand versus blend. Did I read the question correctly? Which brand of pipe tobacco shows a World War I biplane on the tin? And the answer is squadron leader. I can only go by what I got here. Yeah, I get your point. Squadron leader is a blend, but what brand is squadron leader? I'm not even sure I recall that. All right, let's move on to question number 3, 4, 5. Question number 6. Yes, indeed, Doug. All right, what pipe, this is question number 6 now. What pipe shape, and please only the finalist answer, what pipe shape named after a type of horseman has a shank which extends beyond the bowl? A shank which extends beyond the bowl. What pipe shape named after a type of horseman has a shank that extends beyond the bowl? Not extinct. And it is Gawith. So pipe shape named after a type of horseman, and the shank extends beyond the bowl. Didn't think this would be so difficult. Not an acorn, no. Not a lovat. All right, we're going to give it another 10 seconds, and then we're going to open it up to the group in general. All right, folks, we're gonna just move on from that question, but before we do, not a billiard. The shank extends beyond the bowl. Does anyone have the answer to this? What pipe shape, named after a type of horseman, has the shank extend beyond the bowl? So the shank actually extends beyond the bowl. Very good, Mick. Aussie Piper, Patrick Grant got it. Flat cap Piper. Yep, Cavalier is indeed correct. Well, a lot of folks knew it, just not the folks that were in the contest. So it was a tough one. All right. Well, that keeps it interesting, right? Okay, we'll try one that's a little easier. So here's the next question. And this is just for the finalists now. We're going back to just for the finalists. Sherlock Holmes is most commonly depicted smoking which type of pipe? Most commonly depicted. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes most commonly depicted smoking this type of pipe. Not a church warden. What pipe shape is Sherlock Holmes most commonly depicted smoking? Jeffrey Feinberg. You are correct, sir. The answer is calabash. All right, so let's see. That's 6. So we got one more question in the round. Jeffrey has a chance to tie it up. Cat Dad can spoil that and give Everett the win, or Everett can get this one right and run away with it. So still an open game. If you guys want to reset your browsers or refresh your browsers. All right, are we ready? So here is question number 7. This is a quote. So this is, you have to identify the person who said this. Who said, I believe, and please, I'm sorry to keep doing this, but please, just the 3 finalists are answering. Who said, I believe pipe smoking contributes to a somewhat calm and objective judgment in all human affairs? I believe pipe smoking contributes to a somewhat calm and objective judgment in all human affairs. Who said that? It is not Mark Twain. Cat Dad is leaving it to Everett and Jeffrey. Gary Edminster is pretty sure the answer is Everett Young. Everett, you are correct. The answer is indeed Albert Einstein. Good job. So that gives Everett 4, Jeffrey 2, and Cat Dad Piper 1. So congratulations, Everett. You win the $50 gift certificate. And congratulations, Jeffrey and Cat Dad. That was a good round. You guys both did well. And I'm going to give a bonus point to Gary Edmonster for his answer, which made me laugh. He wasn't supposed to answer, but I'm glad he did. So there we have it. So we got Everett is the winner of the $50 gift certificate, and Everett, we can talk later about how you want to handle that. We've got Ron Hardcrackers is the winner of the Larry Blackett Tamper. And Ron, you're going to have to let me know if you have Larry's contact information. Just send me an email and I'll get that to you. And you just contact him and he'll have a tamper for you. And finally, Yardism. Chad, I believe I have your address unless you've moved recently. So I can just get that in the mail to you, the 7 Ellie pipe. So fantastic. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to everybody that played. You all did well. Some of the questions that I thought were going to be particularly tough, you guys got, and hope you had fun. So it is 9:30, and I normally end at 9:30, but I do have another one of these, and if you guys have someplace else to be, feel free. But thank you, Doug. Thank you so much. But I do appreciate it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do something tonight to give back, because you guys have all been so very, very supportive of me. Not just in terms of tips and things like that, but just showing up every week. It's really fantastic. So thank you much. I appreciate that, Doug. Let me pour this into the glass. Not be such a heathen. All right, Jim, we'll wait for you. Take your time. Tim, you made an hour and a half from your, is that pipe still going? That's impressive. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every week for the past month or so, Tim has been having his own slow smoke competition going on during the show. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thank you much. Daniel, you can call in next week, but I'm not going to have a show, so you'll have to do it yourself. I'll explain. No, Daniel, we send me an email and we'll get something scheduled. I can't do it on the fly, but I'm actually not going to be here next week. It's my wife and I's 23rd wedding anniversary. We've been celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary for like the past 5 years. We're still not there. For some reason, we keep thinking it's 25. So it's 23, and it's this coming weekend. So I'm gonna take Friday off and just treat her. Maybe we'll go out to dinner or something like that. So I won't be here next week. You'll just have to occupy yourselves. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, the South African one was tough. All right, Philadelphia Piper, thanks much. Hey, I see you guys are expanding quite a bit there at Hatfield. So I hope that's good news. Good to see the business growing. You all take care, and you take care, and Look forward to seeing you. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Everett. And thank you guys for the anniversary wishes. I appreciate that. And I'll let my wife know as well. Wow, congratulations, Doug. 50 years. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I've been married as long as you've been alive, Luke. That's I might have told this story, but I was at the chiropractor a couple weeks ago, and you lay face down on these tables, and they've got like two of them, and there's like a little wall between them, but you can look over the wall. It's not that tall. And while I'm laying there, one of the technicians, I guess you call them, is loosening me up, and she's just chatting about how's your wife doing and stuff like that, and uh, she said, how long have you guys been married? And I said, well, let's see, we were married in 98, and over the wall I hear the doctor yell, Mike, I was 3 years old. And I tell you, I rarely felt as old as I felt in that moment, realizing that somebody that I'm trusting for my medical care was 3 years old on the day I got married. Street Glide, thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. That's very much appreciated. Preacherman Piper, you're celebrating 30. That's fantastic too. 50, yeah, it does indeed demand compromises, I'm sure, Doug. I mean, 23 demands compromises too. But yeah, this is great. Hey, 11 is nothing to sneeze at, Jim. Well, 13, that's something, Tim. Golden ticket, yes, indeed, Ron. You get to do a tour of the Larry Blackett pewter shop. I would, Tim, because I want to take the time to do some things I've never had. Have? I never have. My doctor could have been my ring bearer. That's a good one, Kevin. Steve Russell celebrating 47. Fantastic. All right, Chad, thanks much for joining us tonight, buddy, and congrats on the win. Have a great weekend. $18. Wow, Scott, that's something. 3 rings in a marriage, engagement ring and suffering. Ha ha ha. People are people. That's the thing, and everybody's different, and the idea that you're going to get two people and they're going to be able to stay with one another for 20 years, 50 years, some cases more than that. it's rare. You know, I think you guys that are saying, you know, it's been this long, but she's my ex. That's still, you know, something. People are people. Thank you, Big Country Briar. You have a great weekend, buddy. 43 years. Wow. Got married during disco. Hey, that must have been quite a wedding run. And Tim, I think that's your record, an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, Chad, that's really funny. That's a good one. So this whole Joe Krantz is interesting. This is the 2016, right? So what's that? 5, 6 years? 5 years? 5 years. And it's not. It's different. It's definitely different from, you know, what I've experienced with fresh from the fresh from smoking pipes, old Joe Krantz. It's not as sweet as I expected. Seems like the flavors are really better mellowed. Um, Very perique actually. Well, Tim, if you do that, make sure you take a ukulele, and I would really like to get some video of it. It's the best you can do sometimes. Just smile and walk away, Jim. So I was looking. Um, I'm not going to be able to remember the joke. I was looking at some jokes. I tried to find some tobacco or pipe related jokes. I was going to make a couple of slides for the opening for tonight. You know, just like single jokes, but I couldn't find any that I really thought were good or that at least would fit easily onto one screen. But there was one about these two guys are out fishing in. Ah, it was basically an anti-marriage joke where. Oh, I know what it was. They're out fishing, and the one guy's they both have cigars and they got beer and they're fishing, and then the one guy says to the other, "My wife said if I don't stop fishing with you and smoking cigars and drinking, uh, she's gonna stop talking to me." And the other guy responds, "Well, that sounds like a pretty good deal." Like I said, none of them were all that funny. How would I compare this tobacco to Pegasus? They both have burley. Pegasus doesn't have any perique in it, so this is actually surprisingly perique forward, much more so than old Joe Krantz normally is. So that's a big difference. But yeah, burley dominant. Old Joe is a bit more Virginia forward than Haunted Bookshop, but yeah, Pegasus is sort of like Haunted Bookshop without perique and with the addition of Black Cavendish. Oh, Tim, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get wild, wild, wild. Yeah, a lot of them were filthy, Scott. That's true. I'm glad you laughed. Yes, Pegasus does have black Cavendish silver. I'm certain of that. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jeffrey. To the sea, Tim. Daniel Leslie, that would be Popeye. Everett thinks old Joe Krantz is stronger than Haunted Bookshop. Stronger in what way, Everett? Because the difference between the two blends is that old Joe Krantz has more of the stoved red Virginias. If you can get those, Tim, I'll pack my bags and I'll see you tonight. Yes, Popeye and olive oil, Daniel. I'm sorry, I thought you were just looking for the sailor's name. Oh yeah, was it good, Michael? Would you mix those two together again, the Haunted Autumn Evening, or would you keep them separate? Oh, Jim, this is from 2016, so it was before there were colored labels. It's whatever the original Old Joe Krantz was. It does have three versions, Daniel, but I don't recognize them because I've never smoked anything but the original Old Joe Krantz. I shouldn't say I don't recognize them. I just don't know what they are. I only know the original. Why anybody would want to mess with Old Joe Krantz, I don't know. Jim, do you know what's different between the original and the red label? Because I don't know. Well, I asked you earlier if you were happy, Tim. If you have the old stuff, Scott, it is the original because I think the colors came out within the past 3 years, maybe. Well, do we want to solve this mystery? I think you're correct, Tim. I'm gonna pull up Old Joe Red. No, I got Old Joe Krantz Blue. Let's see what that is. So Old Joe Krantz Blue is Burley, Virginia Cube Cut. So there's no Perique in blue. I'm actually proud of me, Tim. No, red has some lot of Kia in it. So red is not the original. So this is the old Joe Krantz. This is notes from Bob Ranowski, the blender. Uh, Blend was named in honor of my grandfather, who was also my pipe smoking mentor and a role model. He primarily smoked Burleys like Union Jack and Edgeworth Sliced. I cannot think of a time when I didn't see him without one of his beat up pipes and the aroma of pipe smoke around him. In any case, I was reading the reviews of Haunted Bookshop, and Norm Musicant indicated that he liked more Red Virginia in his blends. Norm is someone whose opinion I respect. I was still looking for a simple, hearty, burly blend that I could hold my interest all day, so a new blend was formed. So, Old Joe Krantz is Burley Perique in Virginia, and it's basically Haunted Bookshop with more of the what was it? Red Virginia. All right, Jeffrey. Good night. Thank you so much for the well wishes. You have a great weekend, Jeffrey, and thanks for playing along tonight. Tim, I am proud, and I'm with the young Americans. Thank you, Pensive Piper. Yes, I would appreciate any thumbs up before you guys sign off. It helps us get the word out about the show. And thank you, Gary. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So Brown Label is the original, but the label's always been brown, so I'm just going to call it the original. I don't know. I got a little annoyed when they started doing the reds and the blues and everything. You know, the Billy Bud Blonde and all that. I get it. They need to create interest and drive their customer base and everything. But you take a tobacco like Old Joe Krantz, which is just a good solid blend. It doesn't really need to be changed. Citizen Tom, have a good night. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, Name That Pipe. You have a great weekend too. I was just talking with oh no, I'm sorry. It was Big and Burly that I was talking to somebody about. Billy Bud, I did the Billy Bud Blonde I liked. So that's a case where I enjoyed it, but that's because they took out a lot of Kia. I'm gonna get you, Tim. Hey, Kirk. Oh boy. Well, I hope you're feeling better, buddy, and take care of yourself. God bless you, Kirk, and have a great weekend. Yeah, I know Everett's a fan of the Billy Bud. I'm gonna have to revisit it. I was Everett. I don't remember if it was you that I was talking to, or if it was Johnny Ford about Big and Burly. And I think I'm gonna, the next time I order, I'm gonna get a couple ounces of Big and Burley and a couple ounces of Billy Bud and just give them another shot, because it's been a long time, and maybe I am missing something there. Fly fishing is, well, you can fly fish in the salt, and you can do it when the tide is high, but I'd be moving on. Thank you, Voodoo. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great weekend, buddy. Yep, I'll see you on Sunday, Michael. Maybe not next Sunday, but definitely this Sunday. And as guys are dropping off out, then we're coming up on 10 o'clock, so I'm going to wind this up soon. I will not be here next week, so I'm taking the week off. You guys can also take the week off. But I'll be back the following week, and we'll get up to some nonsense, I'm sure. Gary, that really means a lot to me. Thank you. I never in any way thought to replace him because he was irreplaceable, but the thought that he would at least be proud of what we're doing on Friday nights really makes me feel good. So thank you for that, Gary. I appreciate it. That's a good point, Ron. Although I think Bill Cosby might be doing worse with his Jello. I don't know, Tim. Did the last one take you years to write? Because I took a look. Okay, Everett. It was our chat the other day. Yeah. I sure hope so, Jim. We'll be keeping you in prayers. So Corvette Jim's going to see the specialist on Wednesday, and yeah, we'll definitely keep you in prayer there, Jim. I hope you turn the corner on that soon. It's been rough. Oh, I should have actually reported on this earlier. I apologize, but I talked to Eric, the blue collar pipe smoker, earlier in the week, and his dad is home from the hospital. He's doing very well, and he both Everett and his dad were very, very grateful for all the prayers and support and well wishes and everything that came out of the YouTube pipe community. So I wanted to pass that along. I'm sorry I didn't think to do it earlier in the night. Jose Cavendish, how you doing, buddy? I have no idea why we're still here, but I'm glad you could join us. Yes, Gary, we all got to stay healthy. Extremely important. All right, I got a bit more than usual, but I think we can do it. We're going a half an hour early over, half an hour early, half an hour over, and I win this round. You got me there, Tim. You got me. Tim and I are playing earwig all night. So. All right, folks. I am going to call this to an end. So glad that you could all join me. Hope you had fun. I really had a good time with all the trivia, and congratulations to the winners. I'll be getting the prizes out to you as discussed. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will make a video on Sunday, so I'll see you then. And we won't be here next week because I'm going to celebrate my anniversary with my wife, but we'll be back the following Friday. So I hope you join me then. Thank you for making 100 shows possible. Couldn't have done it without you guys showing up every week, and I really do appreciate it. And have a great weekend. Take care, folks. I'll catch you all soon.